Early in my practice, I came across research that completely changed how I understood why kids get sick, not just once, but over and over again. Ear infections, sinus infections, RSV, croup, bronchitis, pneumonia. And what I realized was this: the way we're taught to handle childhood sickness completely ignores why it's happening in the first place. Here's something most parents don't realize. By the age of 3, 80 to 90% of kids will have had at least one ear infection, and over 90% will have been prescribed antibiotics. That's considered normal. But in our practice, we take care of hundreds of children who've never had an ear infection, never needed antibiotics, never needed breathing treatments or steroids. So the question becomes, why are so many kids stuck in sickness cycles while others aren't? Part of the problem is that the conventional system, it focuses on treating symptoms, not correcting the underlying dysfunction. And yes, there are also financial incentives. If pediatric offices weren't seeing constant ear infections and sick visits, many wouldn't stay in business. But here's what's wild. We've known since the 1980s that the majority of ear infections are viral, not bacterial. Antibiotics don't work for viral infections. Yet nearly 80% of kids with ear infections, they still receive antibiotics within just a few days. Parents feel stuck, kids are miserable, everybody's exhausted, so antibiotics feel like the only option. But this cycle, it doesn't solve the problem. It creates chronic immune dysfunction. So here's what's missing from the conversation: the immune system does not work on its own. Yes, the gut matters. Yes, nutrition matters. Yes, supplements can help. But none of those systems run independently. They are controlled by something higher: the nervous system. We call this the neuroendocrine immune super system. It's a three legged stool: the nervous system, the immune system, and the hormonal system. If the nervous system is dysregulated, the entire system collapses. So, when a child's nervous system is stuck in fight or flight, their immune system becomes overreactive, chronically inflamed, and really poor at clearing illness. So, these kids catch everything and can't kick anything. This is why some kids seem constantly sick, even when they eat well, supplement, and do all the right things. The key regulator here is something called the vagus nerve. Think of it as the immune system's off switch. It runs from the brainstem down through the neck, the heart, the lungs, and deep into the gut. When it's working properly, it detects a threat, it assesses it, and it clears it efficiently. Then it shuts down the response. When it's not working, the immune system stays stuck in a constant fire alarm state: inflamed, reactive, exhausted. For many kids, this dysfunction, it starts at birth. C-section, forceps, vacuum extraction, long labors, cord complications. These create stress to the brainstem and upper neck, exactly where the vagus nerve originates. That early stress can shift a child into chronic fight or flight before they even ever leave the hospital. Colic, reflux, constipation, ear infections, these aren't separate problems. They're signs of nervous system stress. And kids don't grow out of it, they grow into bigger issues later. So let me tell you about Graham. He started care when he was around 11 or 12 years old. Then, after 30 to 50 rounds of antibiotics, three sets of ear tubes, and constant sickness, he was exhausted, coughing nonstop, missing out on life. We didn't treat ear infections. We restored his nervous system regulation. Today, no antibiotics, no chronic illness, healthy, active, and thriving. This isn't guesswork. We use insight scans to measure nervous system stress. We do thermal scans, we do EMG muscle tension scans, we do heart rate variability. These show us exactly where the nervous system is stuck. Then we use gentle, specific chiropractic adjustments to reduce that fight or flight response, activate the vagus nerve, restore that brain body communication. This is all about restoring function, not masking symptoms. Nothing, nothing is more powerful for that nervous system regulation than targeted neurological chiropractic care. It's not about boosting immunity with more supplements, it's about removing interference so the immune system can function as designed. When the nervous system is regulated, the immune system follows. So, if your child is stuck in cycles of sickness, even after diet changes, supplements, and functional care, the nervous system may be the missing piece. This approach is preventative, proactive, and transformative. And when applied early, it can change the entire trajectory of a child's health. That's what we're here for: hope, answers, drug free care, and lasting health for the whole family. God bless.